How I made $20,000 in 1 hour so you can just copy me. Let's get straight to it. Let's not even waste any time. So, as you can see on the screen on the left, you see the proof literally right there, $20,000 in 60 minutes. Technically, it was less than that because this was a repeat client, so we didn't need to do as much like onboarding. But yeah, we're gonna get straight into it. So you see the results, real time, all that. So before we even get into it, I need y'all to understand you need to have an abundance mindset. You have to have an abundance mindset if this is gonna work. If you want to achieve results like this, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, even 5,000, in 1 hour a day, whatever you want to call it, right? So your greatest asset, it's not your time or your effort. It's literally your belief system. It's literally your belief system. If you don't know, I wrote this book. It's called The Power of Yet. And it's the whole concept of just because you can't do something right now doesn't mean you can't ever do it. You just can't do it yet. Right. And I have a quote where I say, if you're misguided and undecided, knowledge and wisdom can be provided. You have to allow yourself to receive it. The person that believes that they can do something and the person that believes that they cannot do the same thing, both of those people are correct. Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich, he said anything the mind can conceive and believe it can achieve. So I need y'all to really embrace that mindset, embrace these principles of these personal development people, these people that like Napoleon Hill, these people like Michael Benjamin, myself. So you have to have an abundance mindset if you want to achieve anything, right? If you don't believe you can achieve it, it won't happen. So you need to see for yourself, okay, $20,000 in 1 hour, I can do that for myself. You need to actually believe that, right? And I need y'all to understand it's easier to make $20,000 in a single hour versus making $20,000 in a longer duration of time, such as $20,000 in a month or $20,000 in a year. It might sound backwards, but you have to understand it. And this is how this shit works, right? So really understand it. I really want to drill the mindset piece into y'all so y'all really understand it. So it's not necessarily about working harder, it's about thinking differently. Embrace a mindset that's going to allow you to have massive wins by leveraging strategy and smart execution instead of just grinding 24/7. So now that we got the mindset out the way, let's talk about the money. So how do we do it, right? It's a four-step solution. So number one, we have to solve a painful problem. Those of y'all that don't know already, if you don't follow me, this is the first video you're seeing of me. What we did is we helped this business owner get access to capital. So business owners that are busy, that don't have the connections, that don't have the expertise, that don't have the data that we have from getting people funding, they come to us and then they essentially pay us a 10% like success fee, finder's fee on the back end. If you've read the book The Alchemist, I think it was the gypsy, she was telling Santiago, okay, I'm just give me like 10% of your treasure. So it's that kind of thing when we go back to the whole personal development thing. So you have to identify a problem that keeps people up at night. So this particular business owner, we're going to get into it. They had a contract that they signed. They're getting big deposits weekly, but the demand of what was going on was too much. So they needed capital to be able to buy more supplies to support the demand of what was coming, right? So that's why they came to us. They didn't know how to go about the process. They didn't have the connections to get it done. So that's what we're able to do. We get paid 10% on the back end. You can literally be doing this type of stuff that I'm talking about, right? With the right guidance. YouTube University watching this free stuff all day is not going to get you there, but that's a whole different conversation. So essentially, we're helping business owners get access to capital through our connections, through our expertise, and the data of what works and what does not work. This could be through the banks, traditional lending. This can be alternative lending, right? Private lending. I hit my damn microphone, my bad. All right, so the problem I discovered, like I said, small business owners, they losing hella money all the time due to lack of capital. Maybe they can't make payroll. Maybe they can't support the contract that they signed in this case. So they know they need help, but they just can't find a quick, reliable solution that helps them, right? Business owners, you have to look at who we're serving. Business owners are people that pay for speed, they pay for results. So they don't have time to understand all this business funding stuff, right? I'm like a people hire lawyers. I'm like a lawyer in terms of business funding. So why would you not hire me to represent you and go ahead and get you the results? This is the mindset you have to understand when you are having a funding agency, funding company, whatever you want to call it. So this specific client, like I said, they had a contract that they signed. They were getting weekly recurring large deposits. I'm talking about many thousands of dollars. I'm not going to put their business out there, but eight figure company essentially. So they needed capital to take on more supply as demand was excessive. They work with some big name people I can't mention. There's a particular billionaire that all of y'all know. They have a contract with them as well. But that's not my business to mention, right? So, target traffic. So, you obviously want to drive qualified visitors who desperately need the solution. You know, business funding is a sexy business model, it's just about getting in front of the right people. So, social media ads, email campaigns, strategic partnerships, and all that. And then you want to convert visitors into buyers. So, you obviously have to get traffic. So focus on channels that have your ideal customers who are ready to buy now. And there's not one fit solution to do all this. This is why like now what I do one-on-one mentorship so I can really dive into the specific solution of who I'm working with and then we adjust accordingly, right? So just do general stuff. This is a YouTube recording. You don't have direct access to me unless you're one of my students. So just get traffic somehow, right? So to be transparent, like I mentioned in a previous video with the 27,500 payout, same client was a repeat customer. So I got the client from paid ads, but you don't have to run ads in the beginning. And I don't recommend that you run ads in the beginning. If you're not making at least 15, 20K a month in your business, you're low key wasting your time, in my opinion, in terms of running ads, because you don't even make enough money to support justifying running ads. So, like I said, I put out a previous video about making 27,500 in 1 hour. And this is the same client that came back to me the month after. So, the whole point of this is you just need one good client, right? And I'm going to leave a link below for a free guide that goes over how to get your first funding client, your first or next funding client, so that y'all can, get some help with that as well. Have some practical stuff in there for y'all to do. So you can go ahead and grab it, maybe pause the video or watch the video and then get it. You can do it simultaneously, whatever, right? So just get one good client that could change your whole business, the whole trajectory of your business. Between this particular client, this one client, we made 50,000 off of just that interaction in a 40-day period, right? That's people's salary. Even if we just talk about the 20,000, even if we just talk about the 27,500, that's people's salary. People make that in a year, right? So I need y'all to remember the mindset. It's easier to make a lot of money in a shorter period of time than making um I'm trying to say it right, than making a lot of money, I guess, in a longer period of time, the same amount of money. Y'all get what I'm saying, basically. So just remember that. So you want to obviously make an irresistible offer. And with business funding, it is an irresistible offer when you do it the correct way. So you got to package a solution as a done for you service, show results. If you don't have results already, then shit, do it for free, you know? And then risk reversal, you want to add guarantees that removes all hesitation. So what we do is a no upfront fee, just 10% on the back end, which is what made this particular client comfortable to work with us multiple times. And then urgency factor. You can create genuine scarcity that motivates people. Their lack of capital, destroying their business is urgent. In this particular case, they needed money. They need a lot of capital because they knew they had the guaranteed deposits coming in. They just needed more capital so that they can continue to fulfill the supply. So that was their sense of urgency. And then fulfill the service. So deliver results faster than promised. So like I said, this was less than 60 minutes of work, but everything was done within like a 48, 72-hour period. Exceed every expectation set, and then you get fans, who are going to refer you people. So this particular people have referred us clients as well. So keep that in mind. So $20,000 made in 1 hour. So number one, we solved a painful problem. We identified the urgent pain point. The pain point in this particular place was, how do I get the capital that I need? I'm bringing in all this money weekly, but I need to be able to keep up. So I need capital right now, right? I'm gonna make the money back because I'm getting all these weekly payments. So that's the situation here. Get traffic. I ran the ads. You don't have to do all that. Grab the guide that I'm going to have below, and it'll give y'all more information on what to do. Create the offer. We created the offer, and then fulfill it. So we created a fulfillment because we have the connections, right? We have the connections that's watching is you don't have, right? So then we execute it. So that's how that works. So takeaways: solve urgent problems, drive targeted traffic, create a converting offer, and then fulfill with excellence. If you don't know how to do all that, you obviously need a mentor. I've said this multiple times, right? Numerous of times, but it's your turn to make it happen. So what I want you to do is grab the free guide below. That'll help you. If you just a boss, you're just ready to go. You're just like, okay, I'm just ready to, you know, change my situation. You could book a call and see if it would be a good fit to work with me one on one. But I encourage you grab the free guide. Play around with that. Go get your first or next client. You just need one client. You're probably gonna make maybe 5,000 on that client. On the low end, maybe 2,500, maybe even 10,000 on that client if you get them funded 100,000, like by continuing to get them funded. So with that being said, hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully it was motivational. Hopefully it was inspirational, and hopefully y'all can keep watching videos and y'all take action. Y'all have a blessed one.